So I've polished on the disc sander the pewter here, and it's important to note here that I've kept the pewter in the card mold. This means that when I'm holding it against the disc sander, I can hold it with gloves on out here, and with my gloves then gently push it up against the disc sander to polish my desired little pendants. And you can see here how it's also polished part of the sprue as well, but not the top where I've been holding it away from the disc. It's quite a tricky operation, and make sure that someone shows you how to do that, and you need to wear gloves as well, because the metal gets hot when it's being abraded. Anyway, so I'm at a stage where I need to apply the Mark solid spray for laser engraving, and I also need to look as well at how I'm going to modify my CAD file. So I'm going to laser engrave my pixel art onto this. So the first thing I'm going to do here, let's just minimize text off 2D design, is spray this up. So here's my Mark solid spray. I'm going to get a piece of paper towel. This is something that you need to do very carefully. So here in my workshop, I'm the one that does this. I need to just shake here the Mark solid spray. So I think I'm going to pause the video while I give this the kind of good shake. Okay, so I think we're there. So as usual with sprays, about 20 centimeters away from where you actually want to apply the solution, and I'm just going to try and pass this just once or twice there. In fact, that's all I'm going to do, just twice like that. It's not thick at all. I'm now going to leave that to dry, and I'm going to actually do the other side as well, but I think what I'll do is I'll leave that to dry, and then we'll look at it once it's dried. It's going to take probably about 10 minutes, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the laser engraving. Now while that's drying, let's just go back to 2D design and just see what I'm going to do in this. In fact, no, I need to show you something else. I need to show you this template here. So this is, or this jig. What I'm going to do with this jig is place this in the laser cutter in the top left of the laser cutting table, and then I'm going to place my actual mold in here. So again, this is why I'm keeping the card mold in place, not only to help me abrade and polish the pewter face, but also to hold this in place while I laser engrave the pixel art onto these little skull and crossbones pendants or charms. So what I'm going to do here is load up this jig, bring in my CAD file, and then just arrange the details on this. So let's see. So here's my jig. That's what I was just showing you, laser cut previously from MDF, medium density fiberboard, and I need to bring my design into here. So let's just come back to, let's see, let's just make this full size. Yeah, this is what I need. And in fact, what I actually want to do is take this design here. I'm going to delete that blue outline. Yeah, those are blue as well. So actually what I want to do here is select those. In fact, actually, before I do anything, hang on a second. Let's bring in that blue outline again. Let's get this right. I'm going to select all of this. I'm going to copy it, paste it, drop it over here, and now I'm going to modify it. Okay, good. So let's delete that blue outline. Let's delete these risers. Let's make these line color black. Let's actually delete as well here. No, I'll leave it as it is. It's all black, it's fine. And then I'm going to pick up my original pixel art images here. Gridlock's turned on, and I'm going to drop these over here. Okay, so that's looking good. Now there's one more thing I need to do, and it refers to what's happening. Excuse me a second. It refers to what's happening right, that's the right one, isn't it? Yes, what's happening right here. Now notice at the moment I've got it so that my well is in the top left, and yet I've sprayed the mold here with the well in the top right. So what I'm going to do with this now is I'm going to select it again. Let's just zoom out a bit here, copy and paste again, bring it across to the right, and this is going to be mirrored. So I'm just going to use that mirror option at the top there, and this is the one that I want to laser engrave with the pixel art. So I'm going to take the whole thing, I'm going to copy, come to my jig, paste. Notice I've also got a 5mm grid all working here, and then I'm going to drop that up here, and that is now ready for me to laser engrave I can place this, oh for goodness sake, I'll get there eventually, won't I? I can place this in the laser cutter, this jig, and when I laser engrave this, hopefully the skull and crossbones will come out perfectly on the charms. So that's what I'm going to do right now, and I'll pause the video and come back when it's done. Okay, so I've finished laser engraving onto the Mark Solid spray, and this is what we get. And I've actually polished one of these up already here on the left hand side. You can see the metal is a little bit more shiny there. But on the right, I've still got the Mark Solid spray in place. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to get a damp paper towel, and I'm just going to wipe this, and it's just removing the Mark Solid spray that's not been laser engraved, and I get the shiny metal showing through there. So that's looking pretty awesome. There was one thing about this that I wasn't happy with. No, I'm not going to worry about it. No, I'm going to. So okay, there was one thing about the outline here, because it was red and the laser cutter actually cut around the red, which didn't quite achieve what I wanted, but I'll shut up. Doesn't matter, we can fix that whenever we do our laser cutting. Okay, what I do still want to do, however, is I want to do the other side as well. So what I'll need to do here is I'll need to spray this, and I also need to make sure, if I come back to my CAD file, let's have a look, here it is, I'll also need to make sure that I take this design and I flip it again, because remember what I'm wanting to do here is, I'm going to take it to the right again. Okay, I want it so that now when I laser engrave this, the well is on the left, you see the well here, and I've got my two skull and crossbones aligned perfectly on the jig. So I'll spray this up, and then I will laser engrave this, and then once that's done, we'll have a look at cutting out the sprues and then basically cleaning up.